Hey everyone, it is 11 o'clock right now on December 21st, so we're back. Again, if you've watched my videos, you know I'm in Northwest Georgia, kind of giving you an accurate representation. I'm going to download another game, and the reason why is because I like doing these mostly because you can see over the long term how much it fluctuates, what the high is, what the low is. Plus, in fact, I'm going to go ahead and get started. Now, the reason why I waited until 11 o'clock to do this is because this is the time, since they put in the priority access and the basic access, where people are going to wait and probably download their biggest files at night so it doesn't affect, doesn't go against their total. So, and I've noticed a lot of people doing this because at 11 o'clock it used to be pretty fast, and 12 o'clock it used to be pretty fast, and it's gotten significantly slower since they implemented the different tiers of accesses. Not data caps. Somebody says data caps. That's not what it is. It's not throttling. It's not that either. People use those for headlines and clickbait so you'll watch their video. It's not what it is. It's tiered access. And the only reason why it makes any difference is because during heavy peak hours, but during the rest of the time where it's not heavy peak hours, there's no difference. You're not throttled. There's no data caps. The only time it makes a difference is during peak hours. You get deprioritized. Now, if you have best effort, you're already deprioritized, so nothing happens. However, if you check in your account, it actually keeps track and tells you how much you use on a monthly basis. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and get started on this. Wait, did that say 334 gigabytes available? Okay, I thought I had more than that for some reason, whatever. Oh, you guys can't see this box. I'm clicking on stuff, you guys can't see it, because the way that this recording program works, you only see what it started out on. So, we're going to actually go over here to the downloads page. This is Battlefield 2042. I used to love the Battlefield series. I kind of ran out of, I don't know why, I just didn't really enjoy them pretty much after Battlefield 4. I tried Battlefield 1. I got to the point where I didn't really like them. Bad Company 2 was okay, but I liked the originals, the Battlefield 1942, Battlefield 2, 2142. Those were all really good. I like those. But I figure we're going to go ahead and start. And as you can see, we're running 33, 34 megabits per second, but you can see how wildly this varies in through here also. My peak is only 160 megabits per second. Not terrible, but this was a peak from a game I downloaded a couple days ago. Or actually, it was a patch for Modern Warfare 2, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 is what it was, but it was a big patch. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to let this run. And you can see right here, it's 62.6 gigabytes altogether. I'm going to go ahead and let it run. I just uploaded another video, like seriously 10 minutes ago, about my nighttime speeds. If you guys could, check that out. And if you like watching this stuff, give me a subscribe, or give me a like, or leave a comment. All those help my visibility, so I get seen more, my channel gets seen more. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to let this run for an hour until midnight, and then I'll come back. I'm going to speed up this whole thing in the middle, in the editing phase, and then I'll be back at midnight to give an update, and then back at 1 to give another update, and probably it'll be done by 1 or shortly thereafter. So I'm going to go ahead and let this run, keep an eye on it, see what the peak goes up to, see what the total is, and at the end, 62.6 gigabytes, you take that, divide it by how long it took, then you can get an average value. So we'll see everybody back here in 1 hour while this runs. everyone, I am back. It has been 1 hour. It is midnight right now. We are 1 hour in. And as you can see, we have 21.5 gigabytes downloaded right now. Not very good, but not terrible either. I remember with my old service, it would take, I don't even know. To download a 62 gigabyte game, it would take, at least half a day. And now it's like, oh, I'm taking 2 hours. Well, that's not too bad. As you can see, it's actually going pretty well right now. It's 114 megabit per second. Not too bad. The peak did get up to 189, which is really not bad. It wasn't for too long. It dropped back down, but it doesn't matter. It's been getting faster and faster. As you can see, the time remaining, probably an hour and a half, another hour and a half from right now, something like that. That's all right. I'm in no hurry. So for anybody that's keeping track, like I said, 21.5 gigabytes in exactly 1 hour. So you can do the math from that. Now remember, everybody that's watching this, there is not 1,000 megabytes in 1 gigabyte. It's base 2, so it's 2 to the 10th. Yeah, 2 to the 10th. So that's 1,024. So there's actually 1,024 megabytes in 1 gigabyte. So, and in the same way with kilobytes, there's 1,024 kilobytes in 1 megabyte. So we're 35% of the way through. I'm going to go ahead and mute this again, and we'll get back to it. Well, I'm just going to let it run. I think it'll probably only take about another hour because the average speed is going to keep picking up as it gets later and later into the night. But we'll keep an eye on it, or I'll keep an eye on it, and I'll come back either in one more hour or right before it finishes. So hope everybody's having a good night, and I'll be back shortly. Alright, I'm back here, and it's just shy of 2 hours. It's been an hour and 57 minutes, hour and 58 minutes actually. It looks like we're going to be done here very, very shortly. We never broke 200, but we did hit the, if you look at the peak there, 198.3, really close to 200, not quite 200. Normally it would have broken at least, a few times it would have broken 200, it would have been 220s, 230s. So we slowed down on the peak a little bit, but like I said, this just started happening in the last couple of weeks, which tells me that it's because people are worried about their basic access or priority access tier if they run over 1 terabyte of data. That would be my guess. So yeah, that'd be my guess was why. So there's more downloading going on at night, but at least what that does mean is that during the evening I don't have buffering near as much. So that was it. It looks like it really picked up. If you're watching it, like the last half an hour, it stayed. I mean, it dipped below 100 a couple of times, 100 megabits, but for the most part, it was above. It was averaging probably around 150 or so. Worked really nice. Like I said, that was a full game in just under 2 hours, and all the games are like that. I did. The funny part was I did Assassin's Creed Valhalla, I think last weekend or 2 weekends ago, and I don't know exactly what happened, but I did the whole thing, got all the way to the end, and realized that none of the clips saved. And I'm just like, because it took it's a huge game. It's 100 and what was it, 130 gigabyte or something like that. And I'm just like, I don't have the motivation to do it again. So anyway, this is probably going to be my last video of the year, at least until the 29th. Going to be in Iowa, coming back the 28th. I'm driving back, and then I'm going to pick up my wife from the airport, my wife and daughter from the airport, because they didn't want to drive all the way back to Iowa from Georgia. So they're like, how about this? We'll fly, you go, you drive, and pick us up. And I fly for a living, so it's not a problem, but I have a feeling that we're going to have lots of toys, and shipping is too expensive, so I'll drive. So that way I can bring all the toys and presents back. So I hope everybody has a good rest of your year. Merry Christmas, or if you celebrate, whatever you celebrate. So everybody have a good night, good rest of the year, and we will see you for the next video, probably either at the end of this year or beginning of next year. Might start trying some of the, connecting to other servers in different countries just to see how it looks.